Hello everyone, we are going to discuss few important points especially for study abroad. So if you are tired of hearing the issues of USA and you are looking the countries where you can adjust yourself for study, for PR, for career. As you know, we have heard a lot about US policies after Trump and many more. But it is really a concern, and then the visa issues and many things. So this video is going to talk about top 10 countries after USA for computer science study. So the video will cover, the whole discussion will cover three things: why to choose country, number two, what is average fees yearly for the course, and what after course. And that is called ROI. That without discussing ROI, there is no use of thinking about this study abroad, right? So the whole video is going to focus on these three things. But before that, let's take a look at what is the real concern of US and then why Indians are moving from USA to other countries. So few points. So uncertain visa policy, F1, OPT and H1, that these days now the visa has become a concern. Uncertainty means what? There is no surety whether you will get, you will not get, you will keep on waiting. So waiting plus lot of concerns along with the approval of visa is primary concern, and therefore US has become a challenge for Indian students. Now, so these are some bullet points that we can think of as we have talked about the visa policy. So routine F1 visa cancellation is one of the concern. Then OPT, that's the students experience delays and denial that we have already talked about. So these are the concerns. Therefore, we are thinking some other countries. And yes, so the main concern is a risk of job seekers after schooling. So why we are looking other countries? Just because the job, after education, what next? So that is concern, and the US has become issue. So consequently, students are hesitant to invest a hefty amount in education without assured post-study work opportunities. So you know that why we used to prefer USA, just because we had career opportunities, we had option to stay there, and we had to explore. But after the policies, now it has become a concern. So this is one of the reasons that we are thinking of. And what is the next reason? Next reason is greater scrutiny and monitoring. That these days now the checking and everything has become a concern. And therefore, just because of these concerns, now US has become a challenge for us. Now let's move to post-affirmative action and turmoil. So American colleges are facing legal and structural transformations following the 2023 Supreme Court ruling prohibiting. So because US colleges are under scrutiny and there are a lot of other issues with it that we will discuss in detail in next video, or there will be one video where we will talk about what is the primary concern of US colleges or US universities, especially Ivy League, and then we will discuss A to Z concerns related to that, why US has become a concern. So today just we are summarizing because the primary focus of video is to talk about top 10 countries after USA and shifting of USA. So here we are now, top countries. Singapore. So Singapore, as you know, it's a heart of Asia, especially for business, and Singapore has top universities of the world, and especially for engineering and computer science, along with management schools. So you must have heard of INSEAD Singapore, and it is top 3 or top 2 colleges of the world. However, engineering and computer science is also becoming a part of attraction, and Singapore is catching people, especially Asians, along with some Europeans also trying for Singapore. Now the concern is why it's great. So government sponsored research center, that education is quite expensive. What if government participate in research and other projects where government invest? Of course, education becomes easy, and interest of government in education becomes education better, and therefore Singapore has become a choice and the first choice for Indians, especially for computer science study. Now, so 2 bullet points about partnership. One is partnership with IBM, ETH Zurich, and MIT. You know, MIT, the what you say, it's a god of computer science. I mean, you can consider this college god of computer science. And the Singapore, these Singapore universities are associated or collaborated with MIT, and therefore this has become first choice. Now specialization in AI, ML, robotics, and quantum computing. You know that now the next age is for quantum computing. Now moving to top universities. There are a long list, but because we have to keep it short and then we have to be very informative, therefore I have picked only two top universities, and one is NUS. You know that it is the choice of the students, and second is NTU. Tuition fees, yes, this is one of the area where people should think of, and the average fees, I'm not giving you the exact digit of the admission fees, but it's yearly lump sum amount, and that will be $40,000 yearly. But the best part, as we were talking about, ROI. So after completion of your education, you will get 1 to 3 years visa of work, and then you will get your ROI. Second is Switzerland. You must have heard a lot about Switzerland. It's a place of, the most beautiful place of the world, and generally it is considered for tour. And from Indian context, we have heard about the banking and the black amounts, or a lot of things altogether. However, this Switzerland is also a place of study, and especially for computer science. So the point is, why it's a choice of study. So first, ETH Zurich and ranks among the top 5 in CS worldwide. So you will get one thing. Excellent funding. As I said, that the fund is, the primary point to think of. So excellent funding, low tuition fees, and a strong academic industry link. So this low tuition fees is also one of the points that is attracting Indian students to study in Switzerland. And third is the state-of-the-art research in algorithms, cybersecurity, and distributed systems. So these are the some top subjects that are highly required, highly demanding subjects. Okay, so now top universities is ETH Zurich and EPFL Lausanne. Fees is moderate, as Switzerland is known for low fees or moderate fees. If you compare USA versus Switzerland, of course it will be far lower and the lowest, but if you compare with other universities or European universities, it will be moderate and 6 months visa. So this is the area where people generally hesitate to go, because 6 months is very short period, though you can get extended your visa. However, after study, 6 months work is not sufficient. Therefore, it is a choice, but not the best choice. Yet, with low cost, high study, international degree, so Switzerland is also a good choice. Third is Netherlands. So why interest is increasing for Netherlands? Number one, excellent work in AI ethics. Yeah, it's an age of AI, and the future is going to be AI, and therefore it is a choice. Then human-centric computing and data science, vibrant entrepreneurial spirit, plus partnership with Philips, ASML, and ING. So because of the partnership and these subjects, now Netherlands is also a good choice. About top universities, so TU Delft, this is one of the best universities for the study, and University of Amsterdam. Now tuition fees is around $18,000 per year, but the best part is you are going to get 1 year visa, and ROI is quite high. Later, if you are in good contact with the companies, then you can get extended. So 1 year visa and then study. These are the two things that Netherlands should be preferred. Now next is Finland. Yeah, the Finland is the best place for education, and it ranks 1 in education, but generally it is low, the middle school education or the kindergarten school education or 0 to 5 education. But Finland is also popular for higher study too, and especially for computer science. Now the point is, why it is special? So because of subsidy, especially for European unions, and another one, and excelling in AI, cybersecurity, and human-computer interaction. So these are some subjects that attracts. But the best part is startups and the Nokia provide a research industry intersections. So these are some points that makes Finland a best choice. How about fees and everything? So fees is around $15,000 per year, and again the best part is 2 years visa. So after study you can work for 2 years, and after that you can get renewal your visa. So ROI, just because of 2 years long work visa, it's a best place for study. And in average cost after USA, these are the countries where you can go and you can learn. Now fifth is Sweden. So Sweden, the reason is massive investment in innovations and AI. So as I said that the next age is for AI, and you know well, and for that research requires investment, and Sweden is investing a lot in AI. So that's research based. MCS research is research based MSCS with industry sponsored projects are the main reason that attracts. Now about top universities: KTH Royal Institute of Technology and LUND University and Chalmers University of Technology. The tuition fees is also okay. It's a $15,000 yearly. Now work visa, 1 year job search. So after work you can stay for 1 year and then you can get job, and after study one year job visa is also fine. I mean, you can stay there for 1 year and you can work it, and in later you can get extended. So Sweden is also a good choice. Now moving to number 6, that is France. You must have heard a lot about France, and especially for different types of study and especially for the management. However, for science it is also a good choice after USA. So why to consider state subsidized tuition fees without provision for non-EU students, outstanding CS work in AI, robotics and mathematical foundation, campus France scholarship available. So we have discussed about 4 or 5 countries, but the scholarship was not that much preferable, or the countries were not sponsoring. But in case of France, you can get the good sponsorship. About the colleges, so top 3 colleges that you can pick for computer science study, but main part is fees. Fees is also average, and that is $14,000 yearly, but that's average fees. It can be little up, it can be little down, depends on the colleges also. Now work visa, 2-year work visa. Yes, after completion of your education you can stay for 2 years and you can work, and therefore from ROI point of view, from the fees point of view, and from working point of view, France is a best place for study. Moving to South Korea. You know that this is a very small country, but it has grown a lot, especially in technology. And after Japan, in Asia, South Korea is also a very growing country, especially in technology. And therefore, now it is attracting for study too. Now, why it is growing? Because of global CS ranking improving and accelerated government attention to AI, blockchain and 5G, 6G, proper research assistance funding, and particularly in PhD programs. So from graduation to higher study, government is giving a handsome funding, and therefore now it is attracting. And especially for the internet, you know that South Korea is always better than others in internet speed, and future is about the internet and AI, and therefore South Korea is a good choice. How about the colleges? Now, so top 3 colleges, one is POSTECH and KIST and SNU. Tuition fees is really very low, though it varies. However, in comparison to other countries, yearly fees will be around $8,000. Now, coming to the work visa, yes, so here you have to look at, because it's keep on changing, so it depends. Though there is no specification about that how many years you can stay there. However, working options is available and ROI is also good, and therefore it's a good place. Now moving to next country, and that is called Japan. As you know, South Korea and Japan are the neighbor countries, and Japan is known for technology. South Korea is also growing. So the next is Japan. So why it is better than others? Because of leading in AI, robotics, computer visions, and embedded system. Internationalization of research in being encouraged by the government and industry collaboration, Sony, Toyota, and Toshiba. You know, these companies are the leading companies, fortune companies that are associated with the, they give the campus recruitment, and therefore it is the best place for study. Now, moving to the fees part. Now, so top three universities, that's the University of Tokyo, Kyoto Universities, and Tokyo Institute of Technology. These are the top universities that are the best place for computer science study. About the fees, yes, it is around $6,000 yearly. So average one, and it may vary, already we have talked about, but the best part is visa. So Japan has a good options for working to work after study, and the visa can get extended. There is no restriction on it, and therefore it is the best place to study. Next is Poland. Yeah. So why to prefer Poland? The first thing is low fees, and of course because of technology and EU's mobility at work and popular data science and engineering. So if you are really keen for data science and engineering, then the Poland can be a best place. Now, so some universities, so this could Warsaw University of Technology, AGH University, and course fees is quite moderate. You can consider lower than other countries that we have talked about. About the work visa, of course, it has moderate career options. Last but not least, that is New Zealand. Though it has been the attention of Indians for many years, especially because of the connection of New Zealand and Australia. You know that if you have visa of New Zealand, you can travel Australia. If you have a visa of Australia, you can travel New Zealand. So the people after study from New Zealand, they switch to Australia, they work there, and they get PR. So New Zealand is also a best place for study, and especially for the science, but it is not that much into attention, and therefore I have not added a lot of points for it. However, we will discuss in one video about New Zealand and all the courses and what are the benefits of a study in New Zealand. So this is all about top 10 countries after USA. So if you want more information, you can drop message to get detailed ideas, or you can take free counseling to understand what will be the better place for study as per your academics, your resume, your curriculum, or your extra information. So this is all for today. Have a good time.